You know, I have been telling my parents for years what's wrong with me, that I have an autoimmune disease, that I had breast cancer, that I had surgery for breast cancer. I have been telling them that I need to have certain things done and can't have them done. I haven't been to a dentist since 2010. I haven't been to a gynecologist since 2014. I have gone through menopause without any medical care whatsoever. Last time I had a pap smear was 2014 and is what, 2023 now? This is how bad the medical system is in America. We make the presumption if someone has insurance, they're okay. But if you have a deductible and you can't even meet that deductible, you don't go to the doctor because you can't afford the bills. And I wouldn't be able to afford the insurance I have now. My parents are paying my insurance, but I kind of wish they'd cut me off anyways. I was going to have surgery this month, and now I can't have it, and my father has the audacity. What kind of surgery are you having? What kind of surgery? You don't know what kind of surgery I'm having. If you'd listen to me at all, which he hasn't, I bring up the fact I have an autoimmune disease, it's like, that again. I mean, when I had cancer, he acted like I was faking it. He was harassing me about my law school loans and getting a job, and I'm telling him I have cancer. He cared more about whether or not he had the money to buy locks for the doors in his house. That's all he would talk about. And during the time I had cancer was when he grabbed me by my arm and almost broke my arm, and I had to jump out of his truck to make him let me go. He did not want to believe, I think, that I was going to have this surgery. He was so furious with me because I was in California, furious that I was working on sets, furious I was doing my own thing, and furious that I really didn't want him. I didn't want to need him. I wanted to be free of him. So this is my father asking what kind of surgery am I going to have? What kind of surgery am I going to have? You know what I've been through, Dad. If you don't know what kind of surgery that I need, and you claim I'm the selfish one. You claim I'm the leech. You claim I don't care about you. You have never listened to me. She does not know this. They're not going to like the fact that she could actually share that and expose the fact that she made a lot of money.
Now.
I was planning on having surgery this month, but I just lost my job. So now I can't afford to have the surgery, so I have to cancel it. And all you care about is you and your wife, and you never gave a shit about me. The only reason you brought me into this world was to basically take care of you when I was old. You wouldn't let me have friends growing up. You wouldn't let me have a boyfriend. You wouldn't let me have any sense that I had control over my own existence. And I'm tired. I mean, I realize there's a part of me blaming you for everything. But the reality is you blame me for everything bad that... What kind of surgery am I going to have? You should know what kind of surgery I'm going to have. You should fucking know because I've been telling you what's wrong with me for years, but all you do is ignore it. You ignore me. You ignore my pain. If you don't know what kind of surgery I'm going to have, Dad, fuck you.
Logically, quit calling in here and raising hell.
Raising hell? You raised hell during the entire time I had cancer. You were calling and screaming at me about my loans, telling me to get a job, and I told you I had breast cancer, and you acted like it was a dream. You act like I was delusional. I tell you I have an autoimmune disease, and you were like, oh, that again. I have told you repeatedly what's wrong with me, and your attitude, ignore it, because you just want me to hang out with my mom and make her happy. Well, I'm sorry. I cannot stand your wife, my mother. She abused me enough growing up. She's a heartless woman who is cruel, who had bad bedside manners. I would get sick, and it was like no emotional support whatsoever from either one of you. You don't know what kind of surgery I'm going to have?